We will stand up again. We will march again. We will preach again. We will organize again. We are black. We are white. We are Latino. We are Native American. We are Democrat. We are Republican. We are independent. We are people of faith. We are people not of faith. We are natives and immigrants. We are business leaders and workers and unemployed. We are doctors and the uninsured. We are gay. We are straight. We are students. We are parents. We are retirees. We are North Carolina, and we're here, and we ain't going nowhere.
Thank you. I was asked to present an overview of the recent legislation from the North Carolina General Assembly as outlined there. And my first thought was, oh, well, I think I can get that to fit into 2 hours. And then Raven emailed back and said, no, you have 12 minutes. So I am going to do my best to summarize that and cover a lot of ground, I hope. What the 1% are doing to those of us in the 99% in the recent years of the North Carolina General Assembly is not old-fashioned politics. It's immoral and it's regressive. It is immoral to cut unemployment benefits to workers that are still looking for jobs. It is immoral to deny Medicaid and health care to 500,000 people in North Carolina. It is immoral to cut the taxes on the wealthiest 1% while raising the taxes on the remaining 99%. It is immoral to repeal the public financing for judicial campaigns so that now corporate special interests, partisan groups, and the 1% with a direct stake in the decisions being made by the judicial system are free to spend and influence the elections all they want. It is immoral to enact the most stringent voter ID laws in the nation when there is no legitimate problem with voter fraud. It is immoral because this is voter suppression. That is what is immoral. It's voter suppression to reduce early voting, to eliminate same-day registration for qualified voters, to deny pre-registration for 17-year-olds, eliminate straight party voting, and much more. At the same time, gerrymandering voting districts so that now, in some districts in North Carolina, it takes 2 Democratic votes to balance 1 GOP vote. Gerrymandering like this is immoral. We don't have a problem with voter fraud. We have a problem with the North Carolina General Assembly's legislated voter suppression. That is the problem, not voter fraud. And it's immoral that the North Carolina General Assembly now allows even more dark, secret money going into political campaigns. This is in the legislation. Instead of restricting it, they're allowing more from special interests. Outside groups can spend unlimited money on attack ads without having to reveal the source of that money or funding until a month prior to the election, and even then, they don't have full disclosure. Millions are being spent to influence these elections. It's immoral to give hundreds of millions of dollars in tax breaks to the wealthiest citizens in this state while cutting $500 million from education. That is immoral. Because beyond denying our children a quality education, it is sheer lunacy from the standpoint of economic development and jobs to reduce the quality of education if we want good jobs, if we want living wages, and we want a future for the children. It's immoral to do that. And buried in last year's regulatory reform law, and that's in quotes, and I'm trying to be sarcastic, among a number of things, it's now prohibited for cities and counties to require that their contractors pay a living wage or provide sick leave to their employees. They're not allowed to do it. Can you imagine that? It's an immoral and an intrusion into the local government affairs to prohibit workers from receiving a living wage. It's immoral for the General Assembly to pass a budget that is now projected to create a nearly $1 billion deficit. Where's that conservative fiscal responsibility we hear about out of Raleigh? In the meantime, they're slashing essential services from healthcare, education, all the way down the line to pay for that deficit, to pay for those tax cuts. And this is just a summary of the attacks on our fellow citizens and our communities across the state. How did this happen? The very, very short story is low voter turnout. That's what allowed these representatives and these extremists taking money from special interest in the 1% to take control of the General Assembly. Low voter turnout. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're liberal, conservative, or an independent voting person. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter if you're a black, a white, or a brown person. What does matter is that you are a moral person and you get out and vote. Every voice matters. Make certain your family and friends are registered in time to vote, and then get out and vote. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. Thank you very much.